All right. Good morning and welcome to a short virtual meeting of the Public Works Infrastructure Committee. I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. Quick introduction, Neil Dobler, District 7. Councilman Emerson.
Tony Emerson, representing District 4. Good morning.
And Councilman Lesser.
Mike Lesser, District 9. Good morning.
Good morning. All right. We have only one item on this morning. It is a discussion of a resolution for the 2022 citywide half-cent sales tax projects. We also have a document that covers those projects. I guess at this point, I'll turn it over to City Manager Cochran.
Thank you, Chair. I wanted to make sure you guys got a document that I forwarded you from Mr. Jackson, reference 5 changes that he wanted to make sure that were addressed in the CIP. And so today is really, we're looking for your approval on those CIP projects so we can get them in front of the whole council as a whole and get those voted on the 11th. So.
Great. I would just ask Mr. Jackson to take 5 minutes or less to overview for the folks that might be watching today, overview those changes and why we're proceeding.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chair. One, on the initial 2022 citywide half-cent sales tax proposal that was submitted back, I believe it was August or September when we gave it to the subcommittee. Southeast Adams Street from 45th to 37th was part of the project, and we've actually managed to move that project up to 2021. So in its place, we actually put in mill and overlays for Southwest 45th Street as well as Southwest 29th for 2022. And we wanted that as initial consideration that was submitted earlier for the subcommittee's consideration. Since that time, we've taken a look at the plan, the 10-year plan that we have in the CIP, and there were some immediate requirements or some immediate areas of concern that we really wanted to take a look at. And through my conversations with engineering, we are proposing 5 changes to the 3-year CIP that we're also asking the subcommittee to review and recommend approval of. And those changes include moving 29th Street from Burlingame to Topeka up to 2022. The project was scheduled for 2025. And with construction, what we're actually proposing is that we actually do the design in 2022 and do construction in 2023. This particular segment of the city's roadway has a PCI value of 37 with PCIs of 61 on either end of it, which actually brought it up to 47 as a PCI value. And when you look at that value alone, there were other segments of the roadway that actually were worse off. But when you look at that median segment, when you take away those those termini PCI values of 61, the PCI value is actually 37. And that means we're losing this road, gentlemen. We need to actually get this work done so that we don't have to spend more money to bring it back up to an acceptable level. The 29th Street from Fairlawn to Mulvane, it had a segment listed at 74, and the project was funded for $250,000 out of the 2021 Pavement Management and Rehabilitation Reconstruction Program. The construction didn't occur in 2021 due to staffing challenges and other priorities which were not programmed. You'll recall, we also addressed Urish Road and again, I referenced Southeast Adams as overlay projects. And as a result, we did not get a chance to actually hit Fairlawn, 29th Street from Fairlawn to Mulvane. So we should be able to proceed with this in 2022, and we're asking the approval of the subcommittee to do that. The second change is the Southwest Topeka Boulevard, 15th to 21st Street, which has a centerline value, PCI value of this segment at 30, which is even lower than the 29th Burlingame to Topeka Boulevard. And we conducted localized pavement repairs and, stand corrected. We will conduct localized pavement repairs in 2022 along this segment, utilizing funding from the allocation for miscellaneous pavement repairs. And it has an overall PCI value of 44.7, but that's including end point terminal values of PCIs listed at 80 or above. So we're really looking at the PCI value of 30 for this particular change, and we're asking that the subcommittee consider this. We've given you this information to review. Change number 3 is from Southwest 21st Street to Pico Boulevard intersection. It has a PCI value for the 4 legs of 30 on the north end, 80 on the east end, 80 on the south, and 75 on the west. These values I have listed as unvalidated. And the reason I listed them as such, we've done 2 assessments of the city's roadways, I believe one in 2017 and one in 2014. But we used 2 different methodologies to actually conduct those assessments. So we could not validate the second assessment because of the different methodologies. We will be conducting a follow-on assessment here in 2022, and we're going to work to come as close as possible to utilizing the same methodology that was conducted in 2017 so that we can compare the 2 and as a result be able to validate those results. Now, given those 4 legs, we're wanting to work with water to actually conduct a water replacement project or coordinate to conduct a water pipeline replacement project that they have scheduled. And the original plans were to construct this in 2022. They were waiting for DPW, who we had originally planned this project in 2024. But by acting now, we can move this project from 2024 to 2023 with the subcommittee's approval and recommendation to the full council. Change number 4, we want to move to Pico Boulevard, Southwest 21st Street to Southwest 29th Street. The PCI for this segment is listed at 36.2. And to avoid severe construction phasing, access, and traffic control issues while working on 21st Street, which is where we'll be working on Topeka Boulevard intersection in the same time frame. We're recommending that this project remain in 2024 with localized repairs. And finally, change number 5 is to move Topeka Boulevard, Southwest 29th Street to Southwest 38th Street to 2025. That is a document that Mr. Cochran referenced to you that you received here most recently. And we're asking for the subcommittee's consideration to approve both documents or to recommend approval of both documents as they go before the governing body. Mr. Chair, that concludes my report. I stand available for any questions.
Questions from the committee, Councilman Emerson? You're muted, I believe.
Sorry, I guess the holding the space bar doesn't work when you have it windowed. So thank you, Chair. Yeah, I guess I had a question because I got that memo, but it said it was changes to the CIP, which I thought we were going to discuss at the next meeting. I guess I don't mind, but the document that we had, I thought today we were supposed to talk about the half-cent sales tax thing, which was a different document. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, Councilmember Emerson. The first document that I referenced was the 2022 citywide half-cent sales tax. I only explained the second document because the city manager brought it up, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure I had the right stuff up. So thank you, Mr. Jackson.
Yes, sir.
So just to make sure I'm clear now, the only thing we are voting on today is the resolution. Is that correct? And the other documents, just for information, we'll be discussing it in a couple of weeks. Is that correct? Seeing a head nodding there, so that must be it.
Yeah,
right.
that is correct.
All right.
That was my understanding, so I just wanted to make sure as well.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, Mr. Jackson, I don't know that you talked about Exhibit A that goes with the resolution that we're going to be taking action on. You want to take a minute and discuss that?
The current projects that are listed, Mr. Chair?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, the projects that are listed for the 2022 citywide half-cent sales tax include neighborhood work from Southwest 21st Street to 29th, Uris to Kings Row, with an average PCI value of 48. It's about $1.4 million. Then there's the Southeast Gary Ormsby Drive, east of Topeka Boulevard, with a PCI value of 40. That's about a $1.15 million project. And then we have other neighborhood work from Southwest 22nd to 27th Street, east of Indian Hills, with an average PCI of 60. And we have budgeted $780,000 for that project. We have included two new projects, which I referenced earlier, which are Southwest 45th Street from Mountain View to Misty Harbor, with a PCI value of 31, and we budgeted $370,000 for that project. We have Southwest Lafayette between Leyland and Taft with a PCI value of 42. We budgeted $250,000.
It looks like he's froze maybe. Oh, there it went.
Yeah.
Can everyone hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, sir. Again, Southwest 29th Street from Arrowhead Road to Shunger Creek Bridge with a PCI value of 43. We budgeted $130,000. And all of those projects that I previously mentioned are mill and overlays. For reconstruction, we have Southeast Carnahan Avenue from I-70 to 21st Street with a PCI value of 27. We budgeted $500,000 for that project. We have a private drive, Southwest Norwood Drive to 28th Street. We don't currently have a value for that as it is not a city street, therefore it was not assessed, but we have budgeted $310,000 for that project. We have Southwest Kent Place, north of 10th Avenue with a PCI value of 15, and we budgeted $300,000 for that project. And for our pavement repair activity, we have miscellaneous pavement repair. We have, which we typically allocate on an annual basis. We have $500,000 that we budgeted for that. And that is particularly for those projects that come up throughout the year that may not have been on our radar that we end up having to allocate funding for. We have Southwest 6th Avenue from Oakley Avenue to McVicker Avenue. We have it listed with a PCI value of 99. I apologize. I do not know why we have it listed at 99, but it is in red. I will attempt to answer that question and send that over to you all so that you understand why we have actually listed it at 99, because we also have budgeted. I'm sorry, sir. We have budgeted $280,000 for that particular project. But 6th Avenue and McVicker are also going to be part of the corridor that we will be improving as part of the Pope Quincy Viaduct project that's coming forward. And we sent a document over to the city manager sharing that we are estimating about $4.5 million worth of projects in order to improve our local city streets in preparation for the Pope Quincy Viaduct project. And the 6th Avenue and McVicker Avenue corridors are part of that improvement. We also have pavement replacement for waterline projects. I do not have a PCI value for that, but we have identified or budgeted $250,000 for that activity. And then we have Southeast California at I-70 with a PCI value of 32 that we have budgeted $130,000 for that project. and South Golden Avenue, north of 21st Street, with a PCI value of 59, and we have budgeted 110,000 for that particular project. And our total budget request for the 2022 citywide half-cent sales tax is $7.6 million.
All right, thank you, Mr. Jackson. Quick question, and we don't have to answer this right now, but half-cent sales tax in the city of Topeka generates somewhere close to $14 million, I believe, last I heard. I'd be interested in what the rest of the budget looks like, and I know it goes other places for the operation of the street department. But if we could get that at some point, that would be helpful.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think any other questions, Councilman Emerson?
Thank you, Chair. Yeah, the only thing, I'm fully supportive of these changes, and I do appreciate that you got Adams done ahead of the use of that as a detour for California next year. My only, I guess, note would be on the Gary Ormsby Drive, on the timing on that, I would just suggest that if at all possible, that be done prior to all the events out there for the Country Stampede. It's not called that anymore, but that's what it is, Country Stampede.
Yes, sir. And we are very aware of that, council member, and we're working to get this work done ahead of those activities. There are a line of activities for that year.
Fantastic, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Councilman Lesser, any questions? No questions. We have a resolution before us to send on to the full council. Entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. That'll be sent on to the full council at the next available meeting. Any other business before the committee? City manager, none. All right. This meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, sir.